cancer's been around for many decades, and there's so many things out there where we try to find the answer to it. In order to find the answer, we kind of have to know what it is. Do we know that part of it yet?
Well, to simplify it, because you can complicate, the ins and outs of cancer, but to really make it simple, cancer cells are basically cells that have a DNA that's gone rogue. They've escaped the vigilance of the immune system, and they start creating their little community. They stop communicating with other cells, other healthy cells. They create their own blood flow so that they can get their own nutrients. They start secreting enzymes. One of them is called nagalase, that puts our immune system to sleep. And then lastly, they start creating a protein called survivin that prevents them from going through the natural cycle of life and death, or apoptosis. So they stop dying, they keep replicating.
I think it was back in the Nixon administration when he actually launched the so-called war on cancer. Is that still going on? I mean, you don't hear about cancer rates dropping that much.
Well, when it comes to conventional treatments, no. We certainly have not won the war on cancer, because the treatments that they're giving people is really counterintuitive and counterproductive, because this person that has cancer is already a sick person, and then to add toxic therapies and radiation that produce cancer stem cells that are even more resistant to those treatments really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And the studies in Sydney, Australia, they did a 5-year study on 22 different types of cancers, and they saw a 2.2% effect on chemotherapy for those types of cancers. So, not much of a success rate when it comes to, the traditional forms of treating cancer.